What's up, broskies? Welcome to new bass tutorial. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I know that this tutorial will be on a Reese bass. You guys asked for this tutorial on last video's comments, so why not do it? As always, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified on new tutorials. As mentioned previously, I'm working on a Melodic bass preset pack for Vital, so really click that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on that one. And as last time, the preset is down below in the description. Just click the link and go on the bottom of that site and there is free download for this preset. And without further ado, let's start the tutorial. Here we have a initialized preset. You can do that by going over here and clicking this. Now, Reese basses are primarily based on detuned waveforms, phase cancelling themselves. So here is a really simple example. We have a basic saw wave which sounds like this. And when we pump up the unison voices up to 2 and play them together, they sound like this. But when we turn up the detune, you will hear how this sound morphs. And let's lower the transpose 2 octaves like that and hear it. That's the sound. So this is the basic idea behind Reese basses. Now you can up the voices, you can add more detune, automate all of these, try out different waveforms, but let me show you how I made this specific sound on the track. For our first oscillator, we are going to go to factory and choose classic blend. For this first oscillator, I'm going to pump up the voices to 7. Then we are going to lower down the detune, and so far we have this sound. Then let's lower it 2 octaves. Now we are going to pump up the frame knob, which alters the waveforms, and leave it right about there. Here we have the basic sound. Now that's not finished, but we have the basics. Then what we are going to do is we are going to add another oscillator. That's going to be also classic blend. We are going to leave the voices on one voice, and now this unison doesn't matter. Then I'm going to go to frame and pump it up to about here. Then I'm going to lower down the volume. I'm also going to pull this down 1 octave. Later on, you will hear how this second oscillator will kind of balance the sound, but also add cool tonalities to the overall sound. Then let's start with the filters. I'm going to use filter 1. Let's leave it to analog and 12 dB. And now we have to route both of these through filters 1 and 2. We have this. Let's lower down the resonance to about 20. I'm going to add this first LFO. And let's create following shape. And now we are going to add this LFO1 to frame knob of the oscillator 1. And let's pull this down. Now what this does, it changes the waveform following this LFO shape. Also, I'm going to pull this down to 1 bar. You can hear and see how the waveform is morphing. Now let's also add this to oscillator 2. And let's pull it all the way to minus 60 or 70, something around there. You can also experiment with this one. As you can hear, it creates this phasing or modulating sound with the waveform movement. For the second LFO, we are actually going to put it on the tune of the oscillator 1. And with this one, I'm not going to make same mistake as on the last tutorial, so we are going to straight away make it bipolar. Let's lower the tune, and this is the effect. Then we are also going to drag this LFO to pitch of the oscillator 2, and for this I'm going to actually pull the tune down a little bit. Something around there. And now I'm going to also drag this one down and probably pull it to the minus side of the modulation. Also, I'm going to drag this shape up a little bit, and this is what we have. For the LFO tree, I'm going to create just a random shape, something like this. Like that, then maybe pull that down. I'm going to add this LFO tree to the cutoff of the filter 1. And I'm going to pull it down to be very slight modulation on the filter 1. You can hear how it morphs. Also, you could use the random one. I can show how to use this one. So we are going to pull it down to the face of this filter. And you can hear how it really changes the sound too. Then we pull down this random. You can hear the movement in the sound. Maybe something like that. And now I'm going to pull this LFO3 to oscillator 1's tuning and change that also to bipolar and drag it down. That's great. Really cool. We could also drag the key track up a little bit. Like that. Then let's go to spread and pull this down a little bit and turn the voices all the way down to 1. Now we are moving to the effects. Over here I'm going to start with EQ. Let's pull this down and use this low pass. Turn the resonance down and put the cutoff to around 7 to 9K. Let's open this filter so we can hear the sound properly. 9K seems to be good sweet spot. Then I'm going to add distortion. Drag the drive down, drag the mix down. Pretty simple. Next step is to add phaser. And like I mentioned on the earlier steps, the phasing is really what makes the Reese bass sound so unique. So we are going to add some additional phasing with the phaser. And for this, I'm going to just simply drag down the mix. Just quick tip, automating this or dragging it to macro can create really cool effects, as you can hear. Then we are going to add chorus, and this is cool but a bit too much, so we are just going to simply drag down the mix. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the macro 1 to the cutoff. Let's first try to find good spot for the starting point. Somewhere around here. And now let's find the endpoint by dragging this all the way up. Somewhere around here. I'm going to turn up the smooth a little bit on the LFO3 because with all the randomization and movement it's a bit too much for this sound. And also I'm going to take away the routing from this Reese, so we also hear the bass sound. Let's then add some glide and put it on always glide and to legato. And this is what you have. Man, that sounds great. I'm so happy with this part. Like, it's crazy how like simple sounds can sound so cool, and I could really imagine layering this under pad sounds or maybe as a main synth to drop, but yeah, there's so many uses for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and as I have mentioned earlier, please make sure to subscribe. Like, I'm going to do more Vital stuff, and that way also you get notified when the Melodic bass pack is out, because this is like pretty simple sound, but there is going to be so many crazy sounds on that pack, and I'm really happy with it, and it's going to be amazing. Like, I'm truly excited about the pack, but I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. See ya.